What's up everyone, Louis Marco here, salute you wherever you are, and well, almost a little bit more than 7 weeks out, Mr. Olympia 2017, and it is undeniable. Everybody feels it. It is rather dull. The passion is just not there. It's pretty much the first year since I'm following bodybuilding, and it's more than 2 decades for that. I've never seen such a low passion for the main event, the biggest of them all, the Super Bowl, namely all-out bodybuilding, and everybody is trying to look for a reason, or rather reasons. I think there are multiple, and few of them we can discuss. As a testament, this is well, the fan page, Instagram page of Mr. Olympia, Phil Heath. And you know, aside from a few old shots, these pictures he published lately, I think this is an old one next to the other Mr. Olympia, Flex Lewis, definitely not recent. This video right here is definitely old too, where he was posing. It was in 2002 and so on and so on. Nothing quite eventful in my opinion, right? There are some video games though. Video games, I think it is called Under and Over It, 5-Finger Death Punch, whatever that is. Saluted, it is. Probably some funny videos right here. I have no idea what that is. He redirects towards other outlets. This is Collide, whatever. And there is a section on demand. I'm guessing you have to pay for it. So that's that. Dexter Jackson, some rare training videos, if you ask me. Some promotions here and there, but then he showed another promotion right here. For the record, this is Ultimate Nutrition, which used to be the promoter of Phil Heath. I think, in my opinion, as far as I know, it's no longer doing business for with Phil Heath. Wow. We have, well, the main outlet of Mr. Olympia itself. Quite, well, you tell me, you be my guest. Nothing eventful. Some old pictures of Victor Martinez. I think this guy is Brandon Flex, and so on and so forth. Quite an eventful picture of Phil Heath. Not the best one in my opinion, and it has to do, it is one of the reasons I spoke about. In my opinion, you guys are definitely somehow protesting, in my reckoning, as far as I see it from the interaction with you guys. You guys are no longer saluting the bubble gut bonanza. If you go down, actually you can see here, one of you guys said bubble gut bonanza. Some other guys say he is far from unbeatable. And quite frankly, for a page who has like more than 1 million followers, only 90 comments, as you guys can see right here, 90 comments on Mr. Olympia's picture. It says a lot. It says a lot. We have Big Ramy. Big Ramy is doing his thing, publishing videos continuously. I think he's the only one doing so. If you guys remember, he did post a video which I made for you guys exclusively, a posing video right here. He did another one about a week ago, which I shared with you guys.
Let's go back to the back and salute.
Right here.
Dude is coming strong. I mean, look at the back. Yes, upgrade.
So he is showing, pretty much he's the only one trying to hype that. He also made an interview lately in English, please, with an outlet, Generation Iron, to prove to his detractor that it is not a detrimental factor playing against him, right? He does speak the Shakespearean language, so to speak. Of course, there is an accent, but then what? Let's listen to him to basically refute all the doubts around his English speaking capabilities. Baby, please.
Country, and he came back, and when I start to look to him, he's for my eyes this time, he's the big guy in the wall.
So there you have it, more or less. Now, will Big Ramy be the savior of the day? Will he save Mr. Olympia? I can tell you this, and I hear this pretty much from people who are really close to the higher ups in the game, so to speak. There is a great not fear, but they're definitely worried, so to speak, about the attendance for this year's Mr. Olympia. The passion is just not there. They're almost asking, some people are asking the question, and I'm one of them, will all-out bodybuilding die? It will be rather unfortunate. Will I applaud it? No. We already witnessed the death of female bodybuilding. It just went extinct. And now there is the advent of classic physique, and these guys are being more popular. I mean, you guys love a freaking, even Jeff Saeed, you love him more than Phil Heath. Is this real life? I mean, and yesterday, and actually the last week, there was much debate between Boston Lloyd and Regan Grimes. Regan Grimes is a newcomer. He's 260, around 260, 265, he's around 6 foot, a little bit more, and he has a vacuum. And our other friend, Boston Lloyd, came at him, and the majority of you guys stood with Regan against Boston. So you all agreed with Regan because he has a vacuum, and you were accusing Boston, bro, you're all about oil, you have a bubble gut bonanza. This is actually a testament that there is a kind of a revolution. You guys no longer stand bubble gut bonanza, and you voice it, right? And I'm sorry, bubble gut bonanzas are actually a result or a side effect of the advent of the big fauna. These guys are pushed to be this way. I mean, Phil Heath in 2002, let's take a look at him again when he was young. I'm sorry, I don't see a bubble gut bonanza, right? But he was not enough, right? They told him, bro, you need to grow more, and to grow more, you need vitamin G with that S thing combined to it. And I'm sorry, obviously it creates a freaking bubble trouble gut bonanza. So these guys were given, or actually still giving, people what they want. What I mean by people is the bigorexia guys who go ahead and buy tickets and hotel rooms in Las Vegas to assist to this. These guys cheer for bubble gut bonanza. They don't see a problem here. I personally see this. I'm sorry, I'm not attracted to this. I don't admire this physique. Now, if you have an event with a guy who has no bubble gut bonanza, I will always go for a guy who has a classical look to him. And then we have this conundrum right here, namely Big Ramy. He was the biggest of them all, biggest wheels, widest back, heaviest, so on and so forth, just the biggest, and he has no bubble gut bonanza. So he is a conundrum. Will they give it to him this year? I think he has a fairly good shot, right? And you guys know I'm somehow in contact with these guys, and I hear about what's going on at some higher levels in a sense, higher spheres, and there is big lobbies calling for a change, right? Even the so-called athletes, again, I feel really bad calling them athletes because I'm sorry, most of them just do not look athletics, right? And I refrain from calling it the sport, right? You guys know me. But these guys, the pros, are also not satisfied, and they notice what's going on. They try to explain it, and they're calling for a change as well. And when things go bad at any corporation, change might happen. Change might happen to try to rejuvenate or give another breath, so to speak, to the game. Hence, that's why they tried to bring back Kai Green. He happens to be the most famous, the most colorful character, to the contrary of current Mr. Olympia. Phil Heath is not as extravagant, as colorful as Kai Green, right? And some of the guys are definitely saying, hey, maybe Phil is not doing enough. That remains to be said, but all and for all, this year's Mr. Olympia is absolutely the dullest, and we will see how it goes. We will see about the attendance. The passion is just not there. I mean, me coming to you guys, I find it hard to try to make a subject related to Mr. Olympia this year. To the contrary of last year, that was Kevin Laveroni. We need to thank him for that. He came from the dad, and people, of course, it was exaggerated. It had no sense, but his fans were looking at him like he is the returning of the Messiah, and he mixed some some godly belief. He was talking about, I think, the Bible, bro. I believe in God, and God like sent me a message or things like that to come back. So people really believe in that, and they thought he's gonna win. He was not gonna be like top 6, but no, Kevin is gonna win it. He's gonna go against Phil Heath and he win. The rest is history. Of course, it did not happen, but at least he rekindled the light in the absence of Kai Green. Kai Green did that big crying thing in 2015, and even that created some passion. This year, they tried to bring back Flex Wheeler, classic physique, granted, but it's not eventful. We have freaking, what's his name? This guy right here. See how I totally forgot his name. Flexitron, right? So Flexitron Roden is actually calling out, or tried like several times to call out Phil Heath on record. He's signed in Mr. Olympia 2017. So is his sponsor. He's posting something trying to go to against Phil Heath, but it is not brewing any type of passion. Everybody, okay, is saying that. So what? That's it. I think it was this one here. Know your limit, Mr. Olympia 2017, Mr. Olympia. Things like that. I mean, the pro sop is telling his next Mr. Olympia, you will become the next Mr. Olympia. But it's not basically creating any type of passion. Probably you guys did not even hear about it. And if you can see, only 19 comments. 19 comments for the guy who placed number 2 last year in Mr. Olympia, calling out Phil Heath, stepping up on his turf, saying I'll be Mr. Olympia 2017. It's just not brewing any type of flames. There is no passion. It's just not taken. The cake is not taken. Well, Big Grammy creates some hype. He has the Camel Crew behind him. He has a billionaire also backing him who can definitely support bodybuilding. The guy created already a contest in Kuwait, which became like the Kuwait Pro. A lot of guys wants to basically are training there in Kuwait. We will see how it goes. But in my opinion, if the change will happen this year, I'm sorry, it's not going to be Dexter Jackson, nor Flexitron Roden, nor Bonac, nor anybody else. The only guy, if they give it to somebody else, it's going to be Big Ramy. That is the question. Aside from that, will it rekindle the light? Will we love bodybuilding again? There's a lot of answers. There are a lot of things they need to fix, in my opinion, since I'm seeing this just like you guys, and most of you would agree. They need to ban the bubble gut. Ban the bubble gut. You have the bubble gut, you will not be even top 10, right? And ultimately, they will basically banish them completely from the lineup. There will be no bubble gut in the top 16. It just doesn't exist. They bring it back to the old school. And guess what? I've just seen a picture, I think, of old school somewhere. Was it in Flexitron Roden? Yeah. Bring back this era. Abs and no freaking bubble guts whatsoever. Just bring back this. Two things happened since this era. They gained a lot of size. They gained a lot of weight. Granted, they're more conditioned for some vitamin, thankfully to some vitamin consumption. We all know them. They're very dry because they have no water, right? It doesn't come with a bike. We know what they take. But at the expense of that, they also gained a bubble gut. Just ban it and give the social media what it needs. It's a different ball game. Times have changed. The majority of the fans are youngsters who follow this via social media, and most of them, the big majority of them, dislike greatly the bubble gut bonanza, right? As a testament to what happened lately between Boston Lloyd and Regan. Most of the guys are standing with Regan because he has a vacuum, and they're bashing Boston because he has a bubble gut bonanza, right? And that's what's up. Ban it. Mr. Olympia has it. Sorry, bye. Just bring aesthetics, and in my reckoning, if you bring aesthetics, the passion will absolutely come back to all-out bodybuilding. Let's forget about the big fauna. What happened in '93, in my reckoning, was not the best route for bodybuilding, and hence the guy who initiated that, Dorian Yates, supposedly is creating his own federation or things like that. So he is departing from IFBB. So let's depart completely from the big fauna era once and for all and go back to the golden. Everybody cries about the golden era. I mean, the pictures of these guys are still popular until today. I'm sorry, the pictures of Marcus Rule with a bubble gut bonanza, or that of Ronnie Coleman, or that of freaking Jean-Pierre Fuchs with a huge pregnancy issue are not popular. They will never be popular. They're laughable at best. Whereas these guys, all of them, you name it, Menzer, Arnold next to him, you name Tom Platz in there, you name it, Viator, Casey Viator, all these guys are legends. You put a picture, people applaud. Bring back the era. So just bring back the standards and it's come back. If you impose the absence of a bubble gut, the athletes will give you what you want. You ban it. That's it. You ban it. I mean, and you salute guys like Cedric McMillan and Sergio Oliva and even Big Ramy. It's a fair game. You know, he has no bubble gut. You can be as big as you want as long as you don't have a bubble gut. Ban it. And in my opinion, you will fix a lot of problems. That's what's up. Don't forget to like the video and tell me what you guys think about it.